hot ball, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I'm curious to see the winger Anthony Gordon being tasked with doing what he does here, Peter. He's such a good team player. I think he'll be looking to create space in those key areas out wide. He certainly has all the right attributes to do that. The pace, the directness, the...
Shot a goal! Anderson, aim forwards. Stones. Spence. Gehi. Stones. Anderson, gently done. Kane. And it's Spence. And that's really well manoeuvred. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Anderson. El Ainawi could move up a gear here. Rice wins the duel this time. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Stones. Rice. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Hakimi makes the interception. Tries a measured ball. Tries to get it clear. There are a few waiting for it. Aimed in towards the centre. Unahi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Anderson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, nice touch. Foden. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Stones with the clearance. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Gordon. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. He's had a shot! And there's an early warning shot across the bow. That'll be a throw. Diop shifted upfield. Caresses it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bellingham. Anderson moved on forwards, and he cuts out the supply, and he thumps it clear. There will be a throw-in. Driven forward. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bellingham, delicate ball and it needs... Can he finish? Goal, England! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
England gain their reward with an early goal. Great defending, strong and determined. Yehi. Rice. Anderson. Stones. Rice. And it's played forward. Spence. And it's Kane. And claimed it back swiftly. Over to the left. Spence's cross. Riyad clears it away. And now the breakaway. El Ainawi. Brahim Diaz. And the shot! Could be danger here. Great chance! That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Kane. Bellingham. Now it's Gordon. Brahim Diaz, proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline. England, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
And here's Kane. Foden. White. That's been drilled forward. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's a promising run he's making on the right. White tries a cross. And here's the chance to counter. He has found the way through. Unahi. That is good strength. Looking for a decent ball in. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Gets it away. Unahi. White. Morocco are already chasing the game. Long time to go.
Look, they've simply been punished for a sleepy start. Time for that wake-up call.
Gordon played out to the left flank. Lovely feet. Spence's cross. Defending of the desperate variety. And they can counter here. Riyad has played it long. Anderson played back to the goalkeeper. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Riyad, nicely aimed pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Moved on forwards. Gehi gets it away. Morocco have reclaimed it. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Brahim Diaz. Hakimi. Quarter of an hour played. Hakimi. And it's Diaz. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, what a climb! Did well to pick him out with the cross, but the finish wasn't to be.
Well, if only the calibre of the finish was as high as the calibre of the supply. I mean, that was a beautifully played cross, and it really should have seen something better on the end of it.
Kane. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, they could break here. Played back in. They've got a corner here. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Bellingham. And he's there to get it away. And they've got a throw. Rice. Very nicely done. Plenty waiting in the middle. Now it's Bellingham. And he's well positioned here. Diop forwards and with intent. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Brahim Diaz. So what can they make of this? Foden looking to penetrate opposition lines. And it's Rice. Rice. Can he finish? There was plenty of power on that. El Ainaoui shifted upfield. Well, played right into his path. Gordon looking to add to his goal. Riyad aimed forwards. He's found a way through. And here's Brahim Diaz. And the keeper has it. Gordon. Proves too strong. Hakimi. Hakimi tries making a foray down the right. And it's Diaz. Delivered with swing. Anderson. Morocco are trailing against the run of play. Anderson. That's really well manoeuvred. White. And he welcomes it in. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Anderson. El Ainawi are looking to break at pace. Hakimi, gently done. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Gehi. Anderson. Moved on forwards. Looking here to chip it through. And it's White. And it's played in here. There's the header! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
That is lovely. Out to the left it goes. That's very neat. Unahi spread out to the left. Unahi. Oh, sweet feet. No way through, so back it comes. And the shot! Kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Rice with the clearance. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Spence. Rice. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's played forward. Spence. Stones. Rice. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. That has been cut short. Unahi. He's got space in the area. He can get that clear. Foden puts his foot on the gas. Foden for Gordon! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
White, probing pass. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Bellingham. Gehi. Anderson. Spence. Anderson shifted upfield. White hurtling down that right flank. And it's Bellingham. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Riyad, gently done. Oh, nicely intercepted. El Ainawi. Can he spark a counter here? Unahi. In with the challenge. Rice. Foden. White. 30 minutes gone. White. Foden. White. Time to deliver. Bellingham now climbs up big. Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short. Moved on forwards. Time and again they are repelled. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Rice chips it through. They've played it short. And it's Bellingham. Anderson. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
The pass has gone astray. Yehi. Spence goes on a run down the left wing. Now it's Gordon. Unahi. Aim forwards. And the counter-attack is on for Morocco. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Spence. Stones. And it's played forward. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, it's Kane! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Stones. Rice. Stones. Stones forwards and with intent. Diop, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Riyad, that's a sharp pass. And that's really well manoeuvred. Stones cuts out the pass. Anderson. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. He can run onto that. And a chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Kane. Big chance, corner. Rice plays it short. Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Back into the middle. Calmly anticipates. And it's Hakimi. That's tidy. Chance for a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Bellingham. Rice. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? It's just beyond his reach. Stones can get it clear. Morocco have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, a delicate chip through. Stones. They get a throw in.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And the counter is on. Riyad clears it away. Played it again. It is a corner, good chance. Rice goes short. Bellingham. Anderson. Bellingham. Foden gets good distance on it. And it's White. White. Big chance! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Hakimi has it out wide and in space. Stones gets it clear. Kane. Muscular approach does pay off here. Moved on forwards. Now that's well seen too. And that could set him on his way. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Rice. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Gordon. Bellingham. Danger averted for now. Morocco have a free kick. Bruno, long ball by the goalkeeper. Out to the left it goes. And he's managed to get free. Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Quite exquisite, brilliantly dispatched.
I'll tell you, Peter, more went into that than you think. He had to anticipate the cross, get in the right position, and then time the volley.
England find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
White making good progress on the right-hand side. Gordon takes a shot. No, not quite.
Gordon probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Rice. Spence. Spence going full tilt down the left. Hakimi cuts it out. Gehi gets across to intercept that. Rice. Bellingham. Aim forwards. Hakimi gets over and intercepts. And it's played forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Unahi. Clipped into space. Cleared away. Flings in across. And we've reached half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. So off we go once more.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be. But they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Substitution for Morocco.
And that has put paid to that. And that's another throw. Anderson. Bellingham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Kane. Now it's Kane. Kane! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
England, I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Yehi. Rice. Yehi. And he goes cross-field. El-Ainawi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Crossed in again. That is a brilliant interception. Anderson forwards and with intent. Hakimi with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And it's been played through, and he's onside. Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
The referee's awarded a free kick. And it's Hakimi. That has been knocked clear. Do have a chance to counter here. Gordon shifted upfield. That looks a good ball through. Nice interception, well timed. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's an imaginative pass. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That has been cut short. And he's picked out the right shot, surely!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Anderson. Anderson, gently done. Adley. Oh, he's found support out wide. No, that's not going to find its target. Rice clears it away. White. Stones. Can he latch on to this? And it's Adley. El-Ainawi. And he shoots! Deftly away. Rice. Spence. Over to the left. He is through here. A chance to play it in. Crossed into the... He's there to head it! Arrived on cue, but fluffed his line. It's a throw-in. Spence. Gehi. Anderson. Aim forwards. Al-Ainawi played out to the left flank. And they've got rid. Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name. White. Stones. Bellingham. Stones. Stones, and the keeper's got it again. Gehi. Spence. Strong running down that left flank. And that's a good intervention. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Spence really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Now, what about this cross? And that has been cleared. Out for a throw. Moved on forwards. Diop, oh, good-looking ball. Rice. Adley, and it's played forward, and he's there to clear it. Oh, that's nice. That has been knocked clear, and reclaimed it in a trice.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Foden. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's on it, can he get away? Adley. El-Ainawi. And that was very necessary. Charging forward, the ball at his feet. Chance here to counter. He could be in here. Gordon! Keeper's got his work done.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rice with the short one. Nice control. Delivered in. Header comes in! Got the hard part right, but the rest wrong. Rice. Anderson. Anderson forwards and with intent. Diop. And that's really well manoeuvred. Stones cuts out the pass. It's run loose here.
England are more than happy to defend deep now. They've decided that it's not worth taking any more risks.
England, on the other hand, are left with no choice but to risk everything and to go for it. And here's Foden. That has found him in acres of space. Bellingham tries a shot! And he should have made it 4.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
And it's been taken short. And it's going to be another corner. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And he's got his cross that shapes to shoot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Gordon. Spence. Anderson. And it's played forward. White. Adley. Adley shifted upfield. Short changes him with that pass. Anderson, gently done. Rice, and it's Kane. Gehi. Anderson. Gehi. Spence. Gehi. Anderson. Rice. Spence. Gehi. And back to the goalkeeper. He came in hard, very hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Moved on forwards. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. White. White. Foden. Looking to go deep.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Gordon. Foden. White. And here's Bellingham. Kane played out towards the right wing. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Throw it. And here's Bellingham. And it's Rice. Do have a chance to counter here. Brahim Diaz. Hakimi. Hakimi played over towards the opposite flank. Aim forwards. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Stones. White. White carries the ball down the right. Purring through the gears. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ambitious ball here. Can he deliver? Brahim Diaz delivers. Foden. And here's Kane. Now it's Gordon. Bunu sends that a long way. Stones. Gehi. Spence. Spence going full steam ahead down the left flank. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bellingham. Anderson. Bellingham. Foden. Stones. Anderson. Well read, nice interception. Diop, gently done. Well timed, excellent interception. Rice. Moved on forwards. Now it's Gordon. Spence. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Brahim Diaz was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Stones. Anderson. Riyad cuts it out. Here it is, crossed in. No, he's overshot the green. Adley played into space. Shoots! Oh, taken with style! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Morocco give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Gehi. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He's got away. Spence. Showing good feet. So who's he picking out? Now it's Gordon. Diop, and it's played forward. Now it's Adley. Adley spread out to the left. Looking for a decent ball in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Anderson. White. Gordon. And the finish! He should have put that one away.
White is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Anderson. Spence. That's a good run down the left. Spence. A chance to play it in. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. White gets across to intercept that. Foden. Oh, well measured. Now it's Bellingham. It's a mighty effort! That's going to go a long way. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Lobbed in behind. Hakimi can get it clear. Riyad. Oh, can he get onto this? He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Yehi. Gordon. Yehi. Anderson. Gordon. Now it's Kane. Foden. And the pass is intercepted. Has a look and place it forward. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Stones. Rice. Stones. Stones shifted upfield. Adley. Over to the left. Oh, great! There's the shot! Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
That has been knocked clear. That's a throw. And that's aimed into the middle. He's clearly asking too much with that. Stones forwards and with intent. Livramento. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, it's come loose. It's Kane! And somehow he managed to miss it. And that is as far as they're going to go. Rice. Gordon. And it's Kane. Now it's Foden. Great defending, strong and determined. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Decent progress down the left. Ball driven towards the far post. Is onto it in a flash. And that has been cleared. Now it's Kane. Foden. Bellingham. Bellingham looking up to see who wants it. Moved on forwards. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Hall. And it's Hall. Great run on the overlap here. Rice. Brahim Diaz concedes a free kick for that. Defending of the desperate variety. Aim forwards. Gordon. And here's Gordon. Gordon. Gordon! Oh, should have put that away. El Ainawi. Hall. Anderson. Into the last 5 minutes. Hall. And here's Gordon. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. He's trying the shot. Oh, that's fabulous! A finish of true class! Oh, that is a bit special. So now the difference is 3. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Livramento. Yehi. Anderson, gently done. Gordon. Hall. And it's played forward. Gordon receives it in a wide position. Keeper's dealt with that. Riyad, forwards and with intent. Yehi, aim forwards. Gordon. And here's Kane. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Moved on forwards. Quality ball. Oh, can he get onto this? Stones attempts a clearance, and it's Kane. Foden. And here's Kane. He's had a shot! Great strike, a test for the keeper. El Ainawi. Adli. That's good play. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Only partially clear. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Keeper's got good distance on that. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Stones. Anderson. Gordon. Hall. And here's Gordon. El Ainawi. And it's played forward. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's hoisted clear. El Ainawi have it back and can go again. El Ainawi gently done. It's come to nothing. Livramento. Can he get onto this? Foden. Plenty waiting in the middle. And here's Foden. Foden opts to play it back. And it's Rice. Rice tries to dink it through. It's gone for a throw-in. Hit into the middle. And that has been cleared. El Ainawi. And the referee brings it to a close. Morocco have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.